Hello, welcome back to Griftlands. I'm just picking it up right where we left off in yesterday's episode. I just want to finish out this run real quick. Uh, and also, what I'll do is, if this does take if this takes less than 20 minutes, I'll just append this to the episode from yesterday, and this will be one big episode today instead. Yeah, I'll do it like that. This way, it's much easier for me to figure out once we're all there, you know. Let's go fish. What do we got? That's right, we're at the end of the day, so I'm going to rest in the back and see the end of day stats. I'm going to end usually like this, I think, for the days, just because if you end and then close, you end up back here-ish anyway. So, let's do it. Thank you, Shell, for all your hard work. She did a lot of great stuff for us that day. And she loves us. And so we actually had nothing to heal. We got 2 new loveds, a new liked in Shell, and now Nadan dislikes us. I think that his dislike is not a big deal, as long as he doesn't end up hating us. Auction is today, you hope you're ready for it. Fish has been waiting for you. Nadan sent word, auction starting, he said to meet him right away. Sure, let's go. It's cool because you can make little different decisions and change how the story plays out. And I feel like there's a lot of those decisions you can make over the course of the main storyline. I have 15 metal, 7 prestige points. Let's just get to it. It's quiet as you approach the meeting point, but your trained eyes spot Nadan crouching in the darkness, a finger pushed to his twisted lips. You're hiding from something. Admiralty ambush on the far side. They're camouflaged, but not good enough. Ain't no way through that's not through them. You should distract them so that I can draw them out. Oh, draw them out so that I can get the drop on them. Okay. Yeah. I will just do the distract so that he can take them out. Be smart and careful. There's no prize for being the first one dead. Why they call me Sal, smart and careful, Ick Derek. You emerge from the shadows, pretending to be sneaky about it after you're joined by a smug officer soon after. Looks like our tip was right. Stop right there. You're in Admiralty territory. Hey, I remember Schlock. I talked to this guy yesterday. I said, hey, Schlock, that's an unfortunate name. Ah, ooh, darn. You got me. Stall waiting for Nadan to jump in and finish off the guards, but he never does. I had a feeling he would, he did, in fact, betray us because he doesn't like us. Put him up already and let's get this over with. Nadan hates me now because he used me as bait? What the hell, Nadan? This is bullshit. So now I have to fight Schlock. Nadan, you piece of shit. I'm not too surprised. I guess I should have talked him into helping us, but that's okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have trusted him. This is a pretty good turn 1, actually. If I just play all this, I might get him on turn 1. This is a huge damage we're about to do. Yeah, he's actually just done instantly. Huh. I have to kill him. Why isn't he doing the surrender? You see this? This should make him surrender. There it is. Okay, the flag just didn't. Sometimes the flag doesn't pop up. You see that? Huh. Alright. Well, that was fast. You're free to go. That was pretty quick. Hey, by the way, OBS just told me that my mic peaked there really bad, so, OBS usually lies to me about my sound levels, though, to be fair, but if that was super loud, I'm sorry. Attack a random enemy and apply 1 wound. Apply 3 defense, increase by 2 for the rest of this battle whenever this card is improvised. That never happens. Whenever you discard a card, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. I have like 3 cards that discard. I'll take the Wild Lunge. 2 to 8 with a random target, but apply 1 wound as well. Seems good. And we get 2 upgrades real quick. The target's bleeding, 2 impair, 2 wound. I think I would care about the stats more than the damage for sure. And yeah, of these 2 options, stab hitting once for 4 to 5 is not that great, so we'll just break it. Okay. See Nadan's tracks leading to the secret entrance. It'll be easy to follow him. Schlock, you're still coming? Schlock's still with us? See him conferring with some of his spree. Gives me a moment, Ash. Wrestling boss. Can hear you, Sal. You're not half as subtle as you think you are. Saw the opportunity and I took it. I'm not going to risk my life helping some grifter. Besides, you can take care of yourself. I mean, I don't know, man. I can get his own guy to join in on this fight. You see this? Like, an Ash will join me in this fight. I mean, I'd be justified in killing him. What does he have? What does he give us? Apply 4 stacks of a random debuff. I feel like spending a bunch of my health fighting Nadan in the middle of, or right before the final boss of the run is probably not worth. So let's just do this 90 resolve demand restitution. You left me for dead, Nadan. After all we've been through, you owe me more than that. My man doesn't know what a yote is? Sal knows how things work around here. He popped an intimidation and then just instantly disappeared. Whenever you shuffle your deck, Nadan gains impatience. Ah, it's the short time enter and rage. Holy moly, he's hitting 13s. That's kind of scary. Okay, let's go with an airtight. I would like it if my dog did not die here. However, that might not be the case. Oh, I could have just done Ulo's Requisition, actually, and just insta-won this combat. That would have been kind of cool. I don't know if there's another one. I will actually do that next turn. I didn't see that card there. That's my bad. I'll absolutely just drop an Ulo's Requisition and win the combat next turn. I could try to get more upgrades, but this is a hard fight, and I don't really feel like I need to farm upgrades or anything like that. When a hostility card is played, increase by stacks by 1 and gain 2 resolve. Adds +1 to all intents. Escalation is a card that really farmed one of my runs recently. I'm gonna go ahead and just win. I have the authority of the Admiralty on this. I'm pretty sure he would just tell me to fuck off, right? He is a criminal. Fedora tip. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them for this negotiation. Oh, that's kind of cool. Evoke, play 4 hostilities, draw 1. I'm gonna decline this. It means I don't have to worry about you coming for revenge. Take this. He hands me a small key. Open one of the artifact crates in the back room. Maybe you can use the contents. Get out of here before I make you disappear. Okay. You emerge into a dusty room back room of the auction house. It seems as though you stumbled across the storage room for the auction lots. Fidget with a small key. There's no indication of which box, but you have a feeling it'll fit into one of them. We get Blast Chamber, a battle graph that gives us 1 action at the start of our turn. Can also smash it. I guess that's if you don't want it for some reason. Probably no upside to that. Carefully open the door and slip into the auction. Cool. So we can roll on up to the auction and potentially get an item, or we can stay hidden. If we stay hidden, we'll get the sneak attack where we get a free round. Alternatively, we can maybe get something from the auction. I'm interested to see how this works. Like, maybe I can buy something with my remaining $99. Let's give it a shot. Auctioneer takes the stage and a hush falls over the crowd. Welcome all to the auction of Hessian antiques and subservience. As always, you've been gathered here by Hesh's will, drawn into the maelstrom of opulence. A reminder that acts of violence are not an acceptable form of payment. Fuck. Let's get down to business. Join the auction. Oh, we negotiate. Powerful artifact. Put me down for whatever. You don't have the shills to actually purchase any of these items, but these fools don't need to know that. Okay, how does this work? So we can get support beacon, summon a combat drone to fight for me. If another bidder dismisses this argument, it is removed from play. Ah! And these guys are bidding on this as well. Yo, this is really cool. What the hell? I can bid, improvise a special card to help me in the auction, destroy Sticky. Pay 250 shills to deal 15. Yo, so I can pay money in this negotiation to give myself an edge. Wait, this is kinda sick. I did not do this. This is really cool. So I'm not under any threat, it looks like. It looks like all of the damage is just gonna go towards the argument. And whoever gets... So I could just let them beat this down and then last hit it, I feel like. There's probably more things that'll come up, though. Yeah, let's do... Maybe I didn't even need to put down my airtight here. I'm just so used to putting it down. I'm trying to get this metal, basically. 16 metal looks pretty good. This bid is sticky, by the way, which means it stays in my hand and is not discarded. So I can wait until I have a good turn for it. Ooh, more items. Bid from another patron. When destroyed, another anonymous bid is created. If this argument kills an auction item, is removed from play. But these seem to go up every turn, because now they're doing 10s. Wait, they're bidding on... They're bidding on me? Can you do that? I'm not for sale. Am I? Uh-oh. Now let's do a rapport. This observation will just do... It's just 12 to whatever I want. Doing 13 here. This does 6. I'm gonna grab the metal now. And coming my way. I feel like I could just sack my health a little bit. And I noticed that this anonymous bid got put into play at 10. So I'm wondering if there's no reason for me to try and focus these down, basically. I'm thinking there might not be. 3 influence. This is, by the way, hits all enemy targets, destroy after 3 uses. This is summon a combat drone, destroy. It's a single use, but we only have 1 combat left. I think I really... I'm just not really sure what I'm looking for here. Reduces items for bidding. There are 2 items left. You'll get... Oh, you get to keep the first item you dismiss and the negotiation ends. Ah! I only get 1 of these. Okay. Honestly, don't really want the drone. Of these 2 options so far, neither of them are super interesting to me. So I kind of just want these guys to knock these out of play and win them and see what else comes up. Which, like, it's crazy. This is so cool because this is completely different from how you play the game any other time. I would never... Like, I could just pass this turn because I don't want any of these items that are up for sale here. That's really neat. I think, anyway. I'll just press enter. I'm gonna play the bid at some point. You gonna put up a new item or no? Maybe one of these items has to go away. Oh, he's about to put up a new item. Yeah, I'm just gonna press enter because I don't really want any of these. I guess I'll duplicate an argument. And play level playing field just to get these upgraded to see what it's like to upgrade them. But yeah, I don't want... I want to see what else he has, I guess. The suitcase grenades are fine. The support beacon doesn't seem super good. What is he? He didn't put out a new argument. What the heck? Oh fuck, that's 226s coming my way. That's a little bit frightening now, isn't it? I think that'll just knock me right out. So I probably need to kill one of these that's swinging at me. Sure. I'll knock out one. Glorious prizes to be won. Oh, so they do come in with their damage output reset. That's good to know as well. I want to see the next item, and if he doesn't put out another item, I'll just end the combat and take the suitcase grenades on the next turn, is what I'm planning on doing here. Yeah, I may as well knock down. I'm gonna lose the airtight for sure, of course. 26 coming through. I wonder which way this carries through. Does it always carry through? So someone told me that run over damage always carries through your core argument. That appears to be the case there. Start of your turn, heal 2. I'll just take the suitcase grenades. 1 energy, deal 6 to 8 to all. I don't remember if the next fight is particularly like I think it's a single target, but there may be others. So I just can't use bid here. None of these. I'm 1 gold off of using any of these, but it's pretty cool. It's good to see how this works, I think. I'm really interested in this one also. If I play Evil Eye, it does work. So it is, the implication is it does double the next damage card played. Here, let me read this card to you real quick so you can understand why I was uncertain. This says the damage of the next card played this turn is doubled. I wasn't sure if Evil Eye was just going to double the 0 damage that Evil Eye does, but that is not how it works. Absolutely machine gun all of these idiots down. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's see what these upgrades are like. Duplicate a chosen friendly argument or no expend. I'd rather do a chosen one here. I don't think there's another negotiation even to have, but you know. Gain 1 vulnerability, all cards deal +3. Yeah, that seems fine. The other option was deal +4. Improvise 2 0-cost cards or improvise a card. Improvise 2 0-cost cards in this deck is better. Sold to the Grifter in the front row, but I didn't pay. Takes you a second to realize the hall has fallen quiet. Casio and her gloons coils rank around you. Not sure how a hunter like you got into the auction. Rest assured the folks here can take one look at you even though you don't belong. I mean, I did just buy an item, so it's not that weird. I'm gonna start a fight here, why not? I've been asked to. Sure enough, you look around and see more than a few disapproving stares from the gathered elite. They're not happy that I came in and bought something. Hate you enough to almost fall for that, but ain't nobody greedier than you, Casio. You sold out your wit, your friends, heck, even me. But my contract didn't even go for that high of a price. You could have made more off of me as your apprentice. That looking at my face made you hate your freedom just a little too much. Admiralty guards approaching from the door and see specters of spree goons coalescing out of the shadow. You've been in enough brawls to know it's about to go down. Kill Casio. The lights go out. You hear the shouts, bangs, and the sound of the great lumen tank under the stage breaking. The emergency lighting comes back on, revealing a ruined auction hall. That dude's still over there just chilling. My man's ready to sell. Always selling, even in the middle of a freaking riot. Alright, what does this character do? First time they take damage each turn, they gain 2 defense. Always attack Sal, that's good news. My dog is safe. Start of every second of Freelancer Casio's turns, Freelancer Casio gains 4 counter, so every other turn gain 4 counter. Counter means that it'll do 1 damage back per stack of counter for that turn when I hit her. And whenever Freelancer Casio gains a debuff, heals for 3 health. Okay. Nothing too scary here, I don't feel like. We also have 5 energy per turn to work with, so... If I could ever pull that card back somehow, that'd be pretty slick. See what we're going to improvise into. Doubling up on Serrated Dirk does seem really strong. Putting down 6 wound seems very good for the way that our deck is playing. And yeah, she heals, but we'll outpace that healing pretty well, I feel. This fight should be a slaughter. I think, anyway. I have 4 temporary power, so I should just flourish right now. This does 7 times 2. Let's do a quick math here. This does 14 plus 12. It does 26. The bleed will do 16 plus 8 plus 4, but a little more. Like, the bleed, I think, does a little bit more, but it's over time. I'd rather go for Hail of Blades, because I think I can knock this out really quickly. With Hail of Blades. Yeah, it did 30 right up the gate. Ah, she called in a friend. But suitcase grenades aren't worthless. I also can call in a friend. Now, how did this dog get into this arrangement? You know, that's a question that I'm not here to answer. 7-3-2-4 coming my way. When Enforcer Buggy is hit, reduces number of attacks this turn by 1. If no attacks remain, Enforcer Buggy becomes stunned. Okay, so he's hitting 3-2-4, but if I hit him, he goes down by 1 attack. Got it. Now, if I hit Casio, I do take 4 damage back. I shouldn't go over the top here, but I'm going to gash, because the 4 that I take is probably fine. And I'll put up the Lucid Feint first, but then we gash, because we'll take 4, but we'll cut the damage that she's doing by 33%, which is fine. And then we put up Evasion. Put up a feint, and we'll swing on this guy. That's fine. This dog has done a lot of buffing. Not the Vrock, but our boy Jelly. He's done a lot of buffing, so he's about to blast, right? Yes, 17. Holy moly. Alright, I mean, on this turn, we're just going to push so much damage. I think we win, right? Maybe not necessarily win straight up, but this deck kind of came together with the wound strategy. However, I am also kind of just cheesing out the wound, but I did initially feel like wound wasn't gonna be that good, so I am glad to see that I was wrong about it. Wound is actually pretty nutty. Do a deception and see what we pull. Bring the kidney shot in, I guess. Interesting that we can also let Cascio live. I'm gonna probably kill Cascio. It doesn't really matter, right? But it looks like you could do a run and kill absolutely nobody, which seems like it has challenges of its own. But doing a pacifism run could be fun. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the fight. Shouldn't you have died? Oh, she dies to the bleed. I see. But if I hit her, she'll die outright. So I'll just press end turn and let it end. I was correct. This is pretty quick. I thought this was gonna take more time, but I mean, this would have taken more time, but I one-shot the two argument. Like I one-shot the argument I had to fight with that win this next negotiation, and I turn one killed the other fight. So you know, I will end the fight. I want to kind of see what happens. Dust settles, also could take cover out of harm's reach. Heads reappear like crabs crawling out of the sludge. You're about an inch short, kid. Revenge isn't satisfied by mercy. Only satisfaction I need is mind. I spent too many years trying to be like you. You learn better, huh? So what? You're still standing here alone. She isn't wrong, but no doubt she'd have found something to be smug about. Cuff her and walk her out the door. I kind of hope that I would have the later option of killing her outside of that combat, but I was wrong.
And it's only the first of many such exits. You're a rich woman now, and you'll have a reputation to maintain. With Cascio out of the picture, there's a yawning hole where her influence should be. But you've got friends in high places who are happy to fill it. And these days, it isn't your concern. Fish was always a good listener. She keeps an ear to the ground and keeps your enemies off your back. All from her place behind the bar. Naden wields his newfound power like a gavel, making his enemies tremble. Sometimes, a coin or two finds its way to the little folks who need it. Maybe it was Naden who made it happen, but you never knew him to be loose-lipped. You stay still just about long enough to check in on those that matter. But that isn't too long. You have old graves you want to visit. Old wounds that still need tending to. There's a life waiting for you in Havaria now. You just have to seize it.
Huh. That's pretty cool. The other run that I had a different ending. Our character in the other run that I had just kind of like took the place of Cascio instead of what we did here, whatever we did here. But yeah, that's kind of cool that there's multiple endings. I look forward to seeing an ending for like killing everyone you possibly can, and also an ending for sparing everyone and killing nobody, and maybe even having everyone like you if possible. I don't think you can have everyone like you, but maybe you can. I'll go through all this. I think I am just gonna split this into 2 episodes. I don't know. The episodes have been like, they've been very long. Like they've all been an hour plus. So I could have done 2 in 1, but also this way I have a little less to record this weekend, which is better for me. I'll go through and I'll allocate perks and all of that too. So we got like another 5 minutes if you want to see meta progression stuff. If not, you can just head on out. But let's see what we got. New items added to the pool. We got action, which is negotiation. We get reconsider, remove one of your arguments, inceptions, or bounties, gain 2 actions. Oh! And we get to target this, I'm guessing? So we could just target one of our own, one of our own things that we put up and gain 2 actions for it, but we get rid of it. I think sometimes this could be good. It's like, maybe. I'd have to play with it a little bit to see how it works, because like if I can remove things like planted evidence, that seems really sick. But I think that planted evidence, which is the bounty that those guys put on us that does damage to our own our max resolve when they break it, I think that that is going to be considered their bounty, not ours. Empathy. You and your opponent restore 6 resolve. Oh, that's also very sick. Heal yourself for 6 and extend the combat a little more. I think that this is just a pure positive. More time to upgrade your cards, and you heal. And then Domineer, spend 3 dominance to gain 2 actions. That also seems really good. These 3 cards all seem very good. Then for battle cards, we got Muscle Memory. Improvise a card from your draw pile, duplicate it, expend. Sure. This is like around improvising, which I haven't done a lot of. I'm excited to try out some different builds though. Slippery, improvise a card from your discard pile, gain 4 defense. Okay. If this is the only card in your hand, attack 2 times with 4 bonus damage. Ooh. So if you can, this is a card that synergizes with discard. You discard all of the other expensive cards, and then you just drop this for 8 damage. That seems good. Muscle Memory probably is really broken because you just duplicate a really strong item with this. Yeah, that card's probably bonkers. Especially if it upgrades to, like, 1 cost. That card's nutty. Just the facts. Expend any number of cards, gain 1 smarts for each card expended. Expending is exhausting, and the smarts is at the start of your turn, gain an extra action and reduce smarts by 1. But smarts is an argument. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. There we go. Scorched Earth, 2 energy. Expend all non-hostility cards in your discard pile, do 2 damage to a random opponent argument for every card expended. In your discard pile? Wow. 1 energy, 5 to 7. Good impression. This card loses 1 damage each time you end your turn. Huh. Weird. I guess that's fine. This card seems decent. It's like, it's good for 3 turns, and then it starts to be just okay. Reflexes, you get psionic feedback. 3 to 5, 2 energy. If you have discarded a card this turn, this card costs 0. Okay. Discard a card, gain 5 defense. Whenever you discard a card, gain 1 defense and expend. I was trying to play around discard initially in this run that we played just now, but I was unable to, so here's some cards to help with that archetype. Seems cool. Probably opens up defense or discard a little bit more. Alright. I'll do the perk allocation now instead of doing it at the start of next run. I think it's fine. I'll just pretend like we're starting a new run, and we'll pop on in here and see what we got. I'll check out the new prestige and all that too, just to get it out of the way so next time I sit down I can just play it. So we got, what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 2 perks right now, and we need to unlock 6 to see the tier 3 perks. I've gone over these before with what they do. I did it on stream though, so in YouTube you may not have seen all of this, but mostly I pointed out the standout ones. I think I'm just going to grab, because I only have to buy 1 more of these and I don't really care about any of the ones that are left. The ones that I haven't unlocked are draw 2 additional cards at the start of every battle and negotiation, eating heals 8 bonus health, drinking restores 6 extra resolve, and gain 6 max resolve. I guess I'll grab alert. But we'll unlock the tier 3 perks, which I want to go take a look at, because they put a cap on how many you can put from this tier, which means that they're probably pretty strong. So what do we got? Ancient Warrior, the first 2 cards you draft in each deck come with full experience. Holy moly. That seems good. Basic training, max XP on both your basic decks is halved. Also seems really good. The start of the game, 3 random people will like you. That's just an upgrade to benefits 2. Good health 3, gain 12 max HP. Sure. Handy, all items have 1 additional use. Seems cool. The items have been really strong. I was skeptical at first. I usually don't like single or double use items like that. I like generally permanent benefits, but items have been really bonkers. 8 max resolve, gain 1 additional slot of each type. Alright. I'm gonna for sure grab benefits 3, and I'm just gonna hold the rest of my perk points for now, and I will probably go over this later and figure out what exactly I want. I might just finish unlocking. I feel like I'm incentivized to finish out the tiers, and then I can go back and just get everything. Perk system is super cool. I really like it. Also, final thing I'm gonna do here before I end the episode, because I just want to go over all of this now so I can sit down and start playing next time instead of having to go through a bunch of clerical stuff. Is we got up the prestige. Prestige level 2. Play every card carefully. Non-boss enemies are stronger in battle. Negotiation opponents have increased resolve and damage. Bosses are stronger. I mean, you always know in any ascension system, this sort of prestige is coming, or this sort of ascension difficulty increase is coming of, hey, enemies are a lot harder now. That's fine. It's gonna mean that we have to play a little more smart and make sure our decks have a better plan. Alright. That's it. Shorter episode today, but I hope you don't mind. When we come back, I will probably, assuming all goes well, I will do a Rook run, and we'll probably be on Prestige 3, unless I just get blasted tonight. No, I should be on Prestige 3, because this is 2 days of episodes. So I'll be back in the next episode. We'll probably do Rook on Prestige 3. After we do Rook, I'll do a run with Smith. And as time goes on, these runs will get shorter, and we'll get to be doing these a little more quick. But I will, like I said, take my time and have a good time with it. Hopefully you've been enjoying Griftlands as well, and also you didn't mind just a little bit of progression stuff. We got to do it eventually, so that you guys are up to date on YouTube, because I always just handle it all on stream. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.